YouTube. My name's G, and here you see I put down markers, and this is for the loading for the bay, sort of the docking station where the airships were going to go. So this is a really big build. This is going to be cut up into few parts because this part I will only have time to do the exoskeleton, and that's really it's a big fucking thing. So here you see me putting down a large circle. Since my circle diagrams were pixelated and I really couldn't see well how the circles were done. I also made some miscalculations and such, as per usual. You don't see me going around building something without having a miscalculation or something. So yeah, eventually I got it right how I wanted it, sort of, because due to lack of space a little bit, I had to make the outer circle a little bit smaller. So as you can see here, the outer circle will be a dome where the 4 circles in the middle will come out, and then you have the little square in the middle. The very center will go out even more, go higher, have its own roof, and there in that highest point I will try to make some sort of a lighthouse effect. And yeah, let's start building up, but first let's make it day. There we go. It took me a while. Then let's go up. As you see, I start with the middle section because the middle section needs to be the highest. So I wanted a point of reference of how high I wanted it to be. Still, how high it is now, that's not even the limit. I will make that middle section even higher. Here you see me building one of the 4 towers surrounding the middle point. I wanted to do this just also as reference of how high I wanted it to be. I think those middle, those 4 pillars surrounding the middle pillar, I don't think I will make them much larger. So it's just actually the middle point that I'm going to raise up so that I can make a working lighthouse at the top. I have some ideas about how I'm going to do that, but I haven't tested anything out, so yeah, it's always fun to try something new when you haven't tested it out. Well, if you make a video, it's actually... no. Well, I'm going to try it out anyway. It would be nice to have a working lighthouse on top of this so the ships can know where they need to dock. Also, as I said, why that I want it to be high up in the air is because they're airships and I just want them... I want some airships surrounding this, and since a ship already takes in so much space, an airship with the balloon and everything, that's going to be... it's going to take in a lot of space. So that's why I cleared a whole area here. A little bit too small, but yeah, I make it work. I actually think it's quite fine. So here you see me starting building the dome. So the dome actually was going to be a dome over that section where the 4 giant pillars rose out of. Sorry there. So they rose out of it. So at some points it need to be like they were cutting through it. So that's why you have the higher points and the lower points in surrounding everything. What I use as building materials here are chiseled quartz blocks. Quartz blocks, sorry. So I have never actually used these, and I think they go quite nice in this structure. They look a little bit like marble in this texture pack. So yeah, like in Feed the Beast, it really gives that texture to it, like it's marble. And I really like what they put that in, that kind of texture. Now, so as you see me building the second side of the 4 sides here. So this is really a pain in the ass because I have to do block by block, and still I have to leave the areas underneath, I have to leave them open. So that's why it takes me so long to build this. This is actually a build, oh Christ. So and then we start on the other side. Here we are, the other side, and let's continue building everything. So the first parts aren't really that hard. It's just 3 high, and then we need the curving section comes in, and that's really where the torture starts. And the last section goes in. So yeah, so inside of there is going to be 4 areas for storage. So underneath the dome I will cut out from the pillars where you can then have some storage space. The way I done it now, at the end of this, I will come back to that because I don't think you have that much space that you would have if you did it otherwise. So here you see me putting in some entrances to this thing, entrances to the base, the loading base, where everything can be stored and stuff, waiting to be transported out. So here you see me building another one, and so this is going to be able to dock 4 ships at a time. So there are going to be 4 docking stations where you can unload your ship, and yeah. So then up close, how I do that is just like that. It's actually not that fancy. It's just a loading dock. So yeah. And as I went into the loading dock, I was, like I said, I cut that out like that, but I think there should have been other methods I could use to make it better. So here you have it. That's this exoskeleton of the loading base, and as we fly over our little village, I want to make this into a real city at the end by building and keep on building, and yeah, piece by piece we will get there. Okay, goodbye.